Hey everyone, welcome to the Withering Effect. This is episode 34, and today's date is March 2nd, 2020. That's it. And I am Duds versus none of the rest of the interweb. Can't even get through the intro without stumbling over my words.
It's okay, we're not done yet. I am Jimbo, also known as Jimbo Slice 23. It's been a long week. Well, a long week. What have you been up to this week?
Yes!
Told you wasn't done, Duds.
Yes!
Don't count your chickens.
Whenever we script stuff, words just don't work.
Mm-mm.
Oh. Yeah, so this week has actually been really awesome. The love of Minecraft is definitely taking back over. If I felt any kind of burnout, hang on. We're 30 seconds into Suze. Come on, man. Crazy dog. Okay, so love of Minecraft back, starting over. I finished my first episode of My Own Survival, or as I'm calling it, Project Moss, because that sounds way cooler. And I'm like, man, I wish I would have thought about that name before I put the trailer out.
Project Moss.
Because My Own Survival is MOS.
Got it.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, way cooler.
Didn't catch it at first, but...
Yeah. So if I say Moss, yeah, I'm talking about my single-player world.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'm realizing just how hard it is to start over by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting there and I'm working a little bit. What made it even worse is like the Hermitcraft videos came out on Friday, and they're all doing a bunch of stuff. They've all got diamond gear and a starting base done. And I'm over here a week into it going, I barely have an iron pick, and I'm wearing leather pants. And I'm just like, I'm going to die.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast you can progress on a multiplayer server. 10 times faster.
They're kind of all doing different things. Like, everyone on that server has found a skelly spawner and has a grinder set up. And I think
when I come out of the mines finally, there's like every farm built for me already. So I didn't have to really go do anything else.
Yeah, I just sat there and I remember you and, was it Danoobs? Or was it Winter? I'm not sure. You guys had like a cave spider spawner grinder already set up.
Croc.
The first. Croc, yeah. That's it. Croc had the. It's a year and a half ago. I can't remember very well.
Yeah.
I just remember you died a ton.
Yeah, spiders, man. I like them spiders. They just. Yeah. Their hit range is so long. It's deceiving.
Yeah, and I've died so many times already to start the season, so I keep losing levels. And basically this entire week was, I just need to get an enchanting setup ready. I thought if I did the AFK fish, I would get lucky and get some books. Well, I didn't get a Luck of the Sea rod until Thursday. So, and then when I finally got the Luck of the Sea rod, I didn't get one with mending. So I basically wore that rod out.
Wow.
Until it was gone. And I still didn't get any kind of mending. The best I got was like a Protection 4 book with Aqua Affinity on it. It's like, okay, that's kind of useful, but other than that, I got nothing other than fish from that. So I was like, well, I need to start breeding cows now. So I built this. Luckily, at this point, the Hermitcraft episodes were starting to come out. Impulse's first episode, he builds a cow farm using the cramming technique. What's it called? Entity cramming?
Yeah.
Where you put too many in a spot and they all die. He did his 3 wide and then changed it to a single wide. I did mine 2 wide, and it worked out really well. Like within an hour, I had enough leather to go ahead and make my enchanting setup.
Wow!
So,
and he's got 24?
Yeah, and
cows in one. Yeah, and one's born, another one is automatically killed to entity cramming.
It always kills the adult ones too, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yep. I saw those new farms. Those are pretty slick. A lot more space efficient.
But luckily, I was going around and I was caving a little bit. And I found a zombie grinder. And I was just like, or not a zombie grinder, but a zombie spawner. And I went, yes! Like freaked out. Well, at first it was, oh god, no, I'm gonna die. Well, at this point, okay, so Decoy had messaged me saying, hey, you can pause the game, like hit escape, and it pauses the game. Like, you're safe. You can go ahead and get your recording software up, and you'll be fine, so you can record the good stuff. Because I had missed some really fun stuff, in the first episode, because I didn't realize this because I've only done multiplayer. I've always been on a server. So there's like 9 zombies coming at me. And I went, oh, holy crap, hit escape, open up my software, and then I look back over to the screen, and it says, boop, you're dead. I went, what?
Wow.
Freaked out. Yeah, I think in the episode, I go, Decoy lied to me. It definitely wasn't Decoy's fault. I figured out what it was. I was playing with my camera account, trying to get it on the single-player world so I could do time lapses, because I've got my starter house build coming up. And I want to third-person time-lapse it. So I had to do the whole start and land since my camera account's on another PC. And I'm going to try to access it through the cable for the internet or whatever. Yeah. So I had turned that on and I had gotten that set up. But I had never turned it off. So it was still technically running as a server at the time. And I went, are you kidding me?
Man.
I just died, but it came in handy a little bit. So I died for a good cause. Can't complain.
Oh, yeah.
So I set up the zombie grinder. Turns out I built one poorly, and it turned a lot of the zombies into drowned. And then the drowned can walk through the water. So they started clogging the system up really bad.
They were in the water a little too long, huh?
Yeah, so I did some cool stuff with the fence post because I realized it was babies being turned into drowned a lot faster. Oh, so okay. I kind of did this thing with fence posts and half slabs where if a baby zombie was on either side of the fence post, it would fall through the fence post and into lava and just kill it.
Okay.
And that seems to relieve the blockage.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. But yeah, other than that, I did some enchanting, got the design for the starter house ready, and I'm super excited because as soon as we finish recording here, I am jumping back on the server, or not server, but on the single player world and working again. Like I said, I can't wait to play Minecraft again, like all day. That's all I can do is just like get through work, gotta go play Minecraft.
It really helps the inspiration flow too. Once you get started on a new world, see new things. I know what you mean, man. It is exciting. It's probably my favorite part.
Yeah. But what about you? What have you done this week?
Well, this week I did a lot of work on a new logo. I come up with a couple designs. I'll probably release it this week, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I want to make sure it's good.
Is it the Cheshire Cat?
No. I deleted that one.
You're going to have to at least preview that after I made that comment.
Oh, I might have to, yeah. But besides that, I worked on an intro and an outro using my logo, trying to get everything in order. It really helps spare some time when you're editing to just have your intro and outro clip already made up.
I'm so glad you said that because, yeah. I was editing the first episode and realized I hadn't done my intro and outro clip yet. And at one point because I knew I wanted to use a Decoy song, but the song I chose was 24 minutes long or 26 minutes long or something like that. So I was just I was just cutting out like a couple seconds of the intro. So I was asking Decoy, and he, of course it's Decoy. He's awesome. So he's just like, yeah, sure, go ahead. And I'll put Decoy as my credit for everything every time I use him. So my intro and outro were literally thrown together within 15 minutes of Decoy saying, yes, you can use that music. The outro music was just a random song I had laying around. I'm hoping I don't get copyrighted on that one like I did the other one. But yeah, I'm glad you say that. Listen to Jimbo, guys. He is very smart. Come up with your intro and outro before you start editing.
Yeah, possibly months before. We don't know how long it's going to take for 116. That's what I'm planning on, starting up my new season, my new look and everything for the new season, of course. Also, I kind of a spoiler alert, I set up a Twitch account. I've noticed a lot of people on our server stream from Twitch, so I went ahead and I wouldn't necessarily say that I moved, but I did, get my stream key, got all my information in, everything set up to start streaming. I even did like a little practice run. Everything seems to be working fine. Maybe a couple more practices And you might see me streaming soon. Never know.
Yeah. I need to do that because I am one of the people that are moving from Mixer to Twitch also.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes sense. Our entire server is on Twitch. I think me, you... No, Carl's on everything. Carl does that restream. So it's just me and you that were on Mixer. It made more sense for us to go ahead and move to Twitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did do a lot of setup for Twitch too, making my page look pretty. Because that's how I...
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do any test runs though, so it could all fall apart. I do plan on streaming this week. Probably Saturday would be my first stream.
Oh, nice.
Nice. I think Saturday morning at like 10 a.m. I think is when I'm trying to go. I want to do early mornings because I found when I do Friday nights, all of the European followers and listeners, it's too late for them when I'm doing Friday nights.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of too early for West Coast people because they're either just finishing work or sitting down and eating dinner.
Yeah, timing is pretty key on all that. I did mine Saturday night, but I might change mine to the morning. I might actually do like morning, not afternoons.
Yeah.
Because I feel more awake and ready to go in the morning, you know.
I do too.
That's usually when I record a good bit of my Minecraft content. So,
yeah.
Why not stream it at the same time?
Exactly.
But besides the whole logo, the intro, outro, streaming, trying to get all that stuff ready, pretty much trying to make the same brand but a different look.
Yeah.
And I'm actually working on this little storyline for my last Ripple Effect episode. Mm-hmm. Currently, I'm stranded in the jungle on the 2.5 map, and there's no way out. So I'm working on a storyline to get out of there. And not going to put any spoilers out there. You just have to stay tuned, see how I get out of there. Cliffhanger.
Yeah. I had a storyline for the 2.5 world, and then it was going to transfer me to single player world, and then I lost that world, so I decided I'm not doing that stupid storyline anymore.
Yeah, mine's pretty simple, but like I said, I haven't worked it all out yet. So
yeah,
but it should be pretty good. What I got in my head. Just got to put it on the screen now.
Yeah, I can't wait.
But that's it for me.
Everyone's stuff.
Yeah, that's it for me this week.
Cool. Let's jump into the news because there was a decently sized snapshot this week.
Yeah.
I won't say big, but because last week's snapshot was like the smallest snapshot of all time, this one is a little bit bigger.
Yep.
So this is 20W09A, and they've added the target block finally, which we knew about, and they added a crying obsidian block. We didn't know about the crying obsidian block. Granted, it's been in the game before, but removed because they didn't really have a reason for it. But
still don't.
Yeah, it's now in the game. Let's do changes. The bartering loot table has been restructured to be more appealing to survival players. I think they've amped up how many obsidian you can get or the chance of obsidian. I think a little bit for the nether wart, or not nether wart, but the nether. Why can't I think of the word now?
Nylium?
No, the thing everyone wants.
Warped fungi?
Quartz, nether quartz flower. Quartz. That's it. Okay. Jeez, words are hard. I would have never.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they've upped those and they've downed a couple things. I can't remember. Yeah. I saw a picture where a guy said, "Hey, look, this was 64 ingots. Got me this on the last snapshot, and then this snapshot, he goes, it gives me this." And basically, the kind of stuff you would want from bartering, obsidian and quartz and stuff. Those things were raised up, so it's like, okay, that's cool. They're still not overpowered. You're not going to get an overwhelming amount of that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want it quick, be best to just go mine it.
Yeah.
A bunch of it.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Other changes include entities now get pushed by flowing lava. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
huge fungi. Yeah, huge fungi will now only grow on matching type of Nylium. Before, you could get the warped and put it on crimson Nylium and it would still grow, and other way around, vice versa. You can't do that now. Warped can only be grown on warped Nylium. Crimson can only be grown on crimson Nylium. Nether wart blocks and warped wart blocks can be cleared quickly using a hoe. The wart block finally has a tool you can use. Why the hoe? I don't know. That doesn't make much sense to me.
Yeah. Not too sure.
I think that was just hey, we need them to use the diamond hose more.
Mm-hmm. Well, they actually got, for one of the bartering tools, the pigmen actually throw netherite hose at you. So maybe that's why they end up using the hoe. I mean, once you get a netherite hoe...
Are you sure it's a netherite hoe?
It's a netherite hoe, yeah.
Holy cow.
So one ingot will get you... one gold ingot will get you a netherite hoe. You'll never need a hoe again.
You'll never be able to break that thing.
No. So that's the only reason I could think of them using the hoe to do the trees, but I'm sure it's vice versa. You know, they found a tool to mine the trees, and then they were like, okay, let's let the pigmen throw it at them.
Yeah. I think they realized nobody would spend netherite on a hoe. So they're like, well, if I had to come up with a texture for this stupid thing, it's going to be in the game at some point.
Let's just give it to them.
Yeah. Weeping vines are now climbable. I kind of figured that was coming. They made vines climbable. Weeping vines were obviously going to be climbable. The biome fog color now smoothly blends between biomes. Yes. We knew that was going to be coming, but nice to have.
Yeah.
And then it changed the ambient block lighting in the nether to be on parity with other editions. I'm not 100% sure what that means because I don't play the other editions, but I'm assuming it means the brightness level is about the same.
Yeah, they always have like a different look. Maybe they try to, get a little bit closer, the look and the feel.
But you have some notes on this snapshot. What you got?
I wanted to mention that the target block can be made with just a hay block and 4 surrounding redstone dust.
Okay, so it's pretty cheap.
Yeah, pretty nice. I like how the sensitivity on it, the very middle of the block can get you, I think it's, 15 redstone
when you
signal?
Put a comparator against the backside of it.
Yeah, and you don't need a comparator in the backside of it.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
It gives a redstone signal. That's what, actually, last video I watched, it mentioned you don't need the comparator. Might have to test it out. Cool. Crying obsidian can only be gathered from the pigmen. There's no other way to find it. There's no actual use for it. You can't even make a portal out of it. So we're still, we're playing the waiting game on that to see what's in store there.
Yeah, I did see that they said it was going to have a use at some point.
Yeah.
They just haven't implemented yet. And I was trying to think of ways that you could use it. The obvious one would be it's another block you can use to make another portal. Another one would be, you can use this block and make a dimension to another, or portal to another dimension or something like that. But I have a feeling that Crying Obsidian, maybe it'll allow you to make a portal that doesn't have to be square.
Ooh.
Maybe you can finally do the round portals.
I like that. Let's just keep our fingers crossed there. That'd be cool.
The only reason I have thought about that was looking at Doc M77's Infinity Portal. He did the final season of Hermitcraft. And I was just like, so they already have it in the game where portals can be different shapes than they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Maybe this is a good reason to have Crying Obsidian in the game finally.
Yeah, maybe it's just a build up for it. What else I got? I mentioned the netherite hose.
Yep.
How you can get them from pigmen. They do barter the netherite hose now.
Every time you say that, I was just sort of like, yeah, get your gold, girl.
Yeah.
Totally going to be taken out of context. Thanks, Carl.
Oh, yeah. I already did in my mind. But also, we got a bug fix. Players can clip through the ground when exiting minecarts or boat. Which, I had an issue with this on my Enderman farm. We would take the minecart to the Enderman farm. If you were trying to jump out of that minecart, even when you got to the end, sometimes it would dump you out into the void. But if you jump out of it on the way, on the track, you jump out in the void. I tried to make this tunnel, too high to avoid Enderman spawns. But this too high made you fall through the bottom block. So, yeah, I killed a lot of people on accident this year. A lot of people. Possibly a reason why people quit, but
straight up owned it. I killed a lot of people.
Yeah. It's probably the biggest non-troll of the year, but yeah.
Good job, Jimbo.
I tried to make up for it a couple times for the ones who lost everything and, Just give them a nice goodie bag for their,
Yeah.
just to say sorry.
Yeah, but at some point you just can't afford that anymore.
Nope, run out of diamonds.
But that's kind of it for the news, isn't it?
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right, let's jump into some listener comments. We got one from me, Jason, who I just keep calling Jason. He goes, talk about survival versus multiplayer. Now that you've done both, what are the biggest challenges and or excitements? I'm assuming this is for me. For me, the excitement is it's a brand new world. It's a way I've never played Minecraft, and I can play it however I want. I've always played it as a democracy where everyone kind of has a say in what we do, everything like that. Nah, forget that. This Minecraft world's dictatorship ruled by duds.
Moss.
Yes, Project Moss.
Moss team.
And Dud says, I just want some iron. But yeah, that's the biggest difference, is you play whatever way you want. Like, I straight up in the middle of that stopped what I was doing, trying to figure out how to set up a camera count for a time lapse, and got murdered. So
do what you want, yeah.
It does take a lot longer to get started on a single player world than it does a multiplayer world. Of course, that could be because I am a total noob, but it took me about a week to get where a lot of the hermit guys were in a day. So
yeah, and that's the best part about a multiplayer server, the excitement of everyone being there. Mm-hmm. You know, that's excitement I get from the multiplayer. Just everyone being there, you get the inspiration from everyone. It just it's really motivating.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the first day we were building houses in Spawn Town and stuff. And it's just like, well, I can't build this because this looks like garbage. Because I was between you and Bank. And I was just like, my house is crap.
So Freddy was right behind you.
Yeah, and I had Freddy right behind me. I had Omni a little to the left of me. And it's just like,
so many good
what
builders,
am I supposed to do? So yeah, I had a very modern looking house the first 72 hours of the server. And I just said, nope, cut it down. And rebuilt the one that got put there. What about you? You also had a comment.
Yeah. This comment comes from Rebel JC.
Mm-hmm.
He's on our Discord. What's up, Duds and Jimbo? I think one of the more underrated additions in the Nether update is the Shroom Light. For fantasy builds, it's a pretty cool lighting source and easily obtainable as well. Here's my question for y'all. If you could design a new light source for Minecraft, what would it be? Thanks for the hard work y'all put into the show. I look forward to it every week. Rebel JC.
Yeah, thank you, Rebel.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for listening.
All right, you go first. How would you design a light source?
Well, it's the first time I saw this question.
The same here. We were so prepared.
We're so ready for this question right now. I don't know. I'm thinking something different, not square. You know, you got your square lights. The lantern's cool.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, maybe something like a circle?
Oh, you're just breaking crazy? Minecraft physics right there.
Is that too much to ask for a bulb light?
Notch just turned over.
Sorry, Notch.
It's like that whole dad sense when someone touches the thermostat. Like every dad knows. Notch went, somebody's trying to put a circle in Minecraft.
Or there's also, I liked on Hightail how the mushrooms give a glow. Mm-hmm. I always thought that was pretty cool. That should be implemented in Minecraft. Maybe put a light inside of a mushroom.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what they're doing with the shroom light because it grows in those trees.
It's not shaped like a mushroom. Talking about a mushroom-shaped light.
Yeah.
I'm unprepared. That's all.
All right. Well, you're unprepared. I had time to prepare.
Oh, man. I should have went second.
The lantern is definitely my favorite light source in the game, period. It is a beautiful block in its own. Mm-hmm. So if it wasn't already in the game, that's where I'd put it. I really like inrods. Now that they've changed the texture and got rid of that stupid purple base. Now that the base is gray, it can be used a lot better. Of course, I wouldn't have a problem if the inrod had a dyeable base, so you could change that color.
Yep.
I know a lot of people are going to say they want dyeable redstone lamps.
Or shroom lights.
Or shroom lights.
Dyeable shroom lights is what I meant.
Yeah. What I would do is something totally different. And it would take advantage of how you have these particle effects in the nether. I think you should be able to make a lingering potion with the dragon. So you've got to fight the dragon so you can get the breath to make the lingering potion. Okay. I think you should be able to bottle, or maybe not even bottle, maybe use either the nether wart block or the crimson nylium or warp nylium. Take that and somehow use the cauldron to throw the dragon's breath in the cauldron, throw the nylium or warped thing in there, and then you throw glowstone in there, and now you can get glowing particles that are either red or blue.
Yeah, and keep the effect.
Yeah, if you bottle that like a splash potion, and you just walked over to a couple blocks and you threw it down, it would glow in those particles.
Yeah.
Granted, that would probably lag the crap out of the world, and I don't know how you would have it run all the time, but I love the idea of having these particles that could light up the pathways that just kind of float around, kind of like fireflies.
Yeah, I do like that. A lot of people would use like an ender chest for lighting, because it does give off a faint light, and it has those particles. So, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
But like you said, it would be a little laggy because of the particles, but it'd be awesome to see.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. I'm sticking with my little mushroom light though. Think it'd be cool. To see.
All right. Well, usually at this point we play a Discord ad, but with us reaching half a stack of episodes, we're now on 34. We are running a survey over the next few weeks to find out what you guys really think of the show.
The survey is going to help us keep the show fresh, and we would like to take all your feedback on board and use it to improve the show going forward. Here's Carl with more information and how to get involved.
Hi everyone. With a half stack of episodes under our belt, it's time to find out what you like and don't like about the show, so we can make the next half stack and more even better. To do this, we have put together our 2020 survey that will run from now until the 15th of March at 10 PM GMT. Join me on episode 36 with Duds and Jimbo for the results. A link to the survey is in the show notes and is also linked in our Discord server. Please get involved and let's take the Withering effect to the next level.
Alright, thanks Carl. Now it's time for Block of the Week, and this week we asked you guys to vote on the Discord for which of the following 3 blocks you would want us to talk about. We have the redstone lamp, the furnace minecart, and TNT.
And the winner is... Furnace minecarts.
Yeah, I don't know why you guys wanted to know about the furnace minecart.
It was a landslide.
Not even close.
It's like that furnace minecart put coal in the system and just took off.
I think it has something to do...
That's a bad joke.
Yeah, I think it has something to do with my last live stream.
I saw that. Yeah. That was pretty interesting to see.
I was basically a noob when it came to furnace minecarts. I'm like, what the heck does this stupid thing do?
I saw what it did and I was like, whoa. It nudged that villager like uphill so far down the tracks, and I was like, man, a furnace minecart can be a lot more useful than we think.
Well, I was doing some more research on it, and the biggest problem with furnace minecarts at the time was whenever you went around a corner, they like glitched and stopped, or they would bounce a cart. It's the only minecart that could attach to another cart. So if you put a minecart right behind the furnace minecart could pull it along, or it could push along multiple minecarts. And whenever these minecarts would hit the furnace minecart, that's where they would stop. They wouldn't shove the furnace minecart, and you know how you do that slingshot where you bounce 2 minecarts together, the other one goes flying off.
Yeah.
Furnace minecart doesn't do that, but when it would go around a corner, it ended up slingshotting whatever it was attached to. away. So I think they fixed that because under the notes it says 115.2 that minecart or furnace minecarts going around the corner, that bug was fixed. So maybe early game, instead of having to get gold for rails to do the powered rails, maybe the furnace minecart's back and it is a decent tool.
Yeah, I might have to try that. I've never played with them, but I've saw you use it on that stream. I don't even think I made redstone machines out of it.
Yeah, that's kind of. There's nothing I could say to improve it or use it to make stuff look pretty. It's an ugly block that has a very specific use. It's a very cool use that gets forgotten about. I don't even think Bedrock has the furnace minecart. That's how little Mojang cared about that thing.
Yeah. Only thing I would like different about the furnace minecart is when you break them, keep them together. You know, they become two items. It's pretty easy to put it back together. You don't even need a crafting table, but it's just annoying. I wish it'd be
all
one
blocks
block.
would be like that. When you make like a hopper minecart,
those two.
I get why they do it because it's like, well, I don't want a hopper minecart. I want my hopper back. So you place it down and break it, and you get your hopper back.
Yeah.
Too bad. You lost your hopper. Get over it.
Yeah. Or you can just put it in your inventory and, like, I don't know, put it back in the crafting recipe and take it apart, you think?
Yeah. Maybe put it in an anvil backwards and it breaks it apart or something.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's no way you're going to go make a machine with a hopper minecart, furnace minecart, whatever, and not have to break it at one point.
Yeah.
You got to test it. Yeah. You got to test it.
Mm-hmm. So let's get on to our main topic, which is a little bit of everything.
Yes.
We didn't have a big enough update we thought we could talk about. So we were trying to think of a bunch of stuff we could talk about. One of the things was Minecon/Minecon Festival, from what Jimbo tells me.
Minecraft Festival. Yeah.
Yep, it's going to be happening soon. So we wanted to talk about that. Basically, what is Minecraft Festival? Jimbo, what's your opinion on it?
I'm interested in, like, what's coming. You know, what the new update has in store. I'm not too sure about all the other activities because I don't see much of that stuff. I've never been there. I would love to go, but I'm really excited to see what 117 has in store, even though 116 hasn't got here.
Yeah, I think I'm the same way. This all came about because tickets go on sale March 6th, and I had the idea that I was like, you know what? I'm going to go. It takes place in September in Orlando, Florida, and I have grandparents that live an hour away from Orlando, so I could hitch a couch over there. It's like, Orlando's in driving distance for me. I mean, it's a day's drive, but that's driving distance.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, man, I could drive down there, chill with my grandparents, go to the Minecraft Festival, and then I saw ticket prices for like $700.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how good Grandma's home cooking is. That's a lot of money for a ticket.
That's a lot of money. Of course, my whole thing was, yeah, I could finally get a cape. Nope. Forget that. Not worth $700.
Is it worth $700?
And for me, I'm with you. The only thing I really care about is the new 117 update. I don't care about the little stuff that they're doing in between. All that kind of feels like filler for getting to the big update release. To me, that's why it made sense for them to cancel Minecon and do the online web show. But I think a lot of the YouTube personalities didn't like that because that's a spot where they got to meet with their fans a lot. And I understand that part. There should be some kind of quote-unquote festival for all that.
Yeah.
But it's like this 3-day thing. And it's like, I only care about 20 minutes of your show, not 3 days worth.
Yeah. You do have like-minded individuals there. You know, other Minecraft content creators that you can meet and chat with and stuff. I guess it'd be a good way to advertise your brand if you were to go there.
Yeah.
I was thinking about going. I know there's a chance because we do have a podcast that we could possibly get in free for mainly like media. If there's a chance I can go, man, I'm going to try it. It'll save, the 700 or whatever dollars,
Yeah.
then I could drive there. But yeah, for that price, I
Well,
can't
heck,
do
you're
it.
on the way. You just drive to my house, and then we'll drive down there together.
I'll just pick you up. You ain't even got to drive.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Withering Effect in Orlando, Florida. Well, half of the Withering Effect in Orlando, Florida.
In Orlando, Florida. Screw it. A decoy, pick up Carl on your way over. Get a plane. No, I'm just kidding.
But no, so that's kind of it for Minecon. Like, I'm with you. I'd love to go. Ticket prices are kind of high. We could do one of those media things. We're not very big YouTubers or streamers, but when it comes to the podcasting world, we're like the number 2 Minecraft podcast lately. So, yay!
It does mention podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a section for the content creators and media. So there's 2 different forms.
Yeah.
You'd have to fill out for either. I mean, we're content creators also, but I think our shot would be as a podcaster to be able to go.
Yeah, speaking of which, we finally hit 200 average listeners, and we're really close to 10,000 listens total.
Nice. Awesome.
That's insane. We're only 34 episodes in, and we're almost at 10,000 listens.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Yes, thank you.
So moving on, this was a question I had come up in my mind. What was your favorite part of 115?
My favorite part?
Yeah.
Probably, I was going to say the villagers, but that's 114.
That's 114.
Yeah. Man, I didn't write it down, but I thought of it. You might have to go first.
See, this is why you got to write it down.
I
Jimbo.
know, but I just got to hear it.
I kind of have 2. One is the elytra taking off mechanics now.
Mm-hmm.
That you can just kind of double jump and you can easily take off with elytra. I think that fixes what a lot of people have problems with server lag. Whenever a server's super laggy, I think this will help out. Of course, if the server's super laggy, you probably shouldn't be flying anyways. My next was the ability to set a spawn without sleeping in the bed just by clicking on it.
Yeah.
The only reason that that's not my number 1 instead of the elytra is I don't like how they do the respawn set point set. How they put that in the text box. I think that's a lot like in the earlier versions. You remember when you click on a bed, it says you can only sleep at night or thunderstorms, and it would just spam your text box with that as you're clicking the bed.
Yeah.
It doesn't spam, but to me, it would make so much sense for them to take the respawn point set and do what they do with the you can only sleep at night. So it just kind of pops up on the screen. You don't really need it in the text box. I get they're putting it there so in like 10 minutes you can be like, did I set my point? And then you can click the text box, be like, oh, yep, there it is. It says I set it. I'm good. But
yeah, those are 2 really good ones that I've been looking at and envious of you because you always pick the best ones. But
well, I came up with the topic, so I had first dibs.
yeah, I'm sitting here, and I was sitting here with a blank stare. But I haven't played much on 115, but I like the addition of the honey block minus the bees. If we could take the bees away somehow, just take them away and put, maybe you can get honey some other way, some other bug. I don't know, just not a bee. But the honey block, I feel like it has so many different uses. How you can like throw items down it, and it can slowly go down, or you can use it as to go down. You can't go up it, but I just think that was really cool how they did that.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I haven't got to play with it. I know it's going to be used a lot in like flying machines. You can put it next to the slime block, and they don't connect, which is great. But yeah, the honey block's probably my favorite besides your 2 points right there.
Yeah. To me, I like the bees. I don't think they're definitely a worthwhile thing. Of course, it kind of made sense. They said 115 was going to be a small update, and it really was. They really ironed out a lot of bugs, and
they didn't iron out the bees. They forgot.
Bees are still in the game. To me, I would love a villager that specifically works with the bees, who will trade you honey and stuff.
Oh, now we're talking. I'll save a traveling, a wandering trader if he has honey.
Yeah, but he despawns, so there's that.
Crap. Okay.
They're the one villager that never will stay around all the time.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah, because they're kind of annoying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many times I'll be building something, and one of them will spawn on a roof. I'm just like, hey, get off my roof.
They're all in the trees where I'm at right now.
Oh, yeah.
Llamas in the trees. Jungle.
That sounds like a really bad disco album. Llamas in the trees.
Yeah. May have something in the works.
But we have a question from Omni that I went ahead and moved it down here instead of listener comments. And he asked, when do you think 116 will come out? And I thought this would be a good time for me and you to make a bet.
Okay.
We'll do one diamond block, because we're both going to be on Ripple Effect 116 comes out.
Okay.
So whoever is closer, you can be late, you can be early. It's the shortest amount of days to when 116 comes out. Winner has to give, or the loser has to give the winner one diamond block.
Okay.
All right? And my bet's June 12th.
Okay. I'm going to go sooner.
Okay.
I'm going to say May 12th. We'll just put it a month ahead of yours. I think it'll be out a month before that.
May 12th is what you're saying.
Yep.
Cool. All right. So bet's a bet. You guys have heard it here. Remind us, because we'll both probably forget by the time it comes out.
Team May 12th. I'm going to make that a thing, Duds. That's going to be a thing. May 12th.
Now, this is the official release. Pre-releases don't count.
Yes. Understood.
All right. So my next idea was, what are you looking forward to the most in 116?
Well, I see your answer and I can't use it. Also a good one. I'm excited for Netherite. Really. Like I said before, you don't need it, but you want it. You know, it's not essential, but I want to be one of the first ones to get it. I want to get geared out in it. I might be doing that for a long time. That's probably what my mind's going to be on, is getting the Netherite and seeing just how great it is. I can always go mess with it in creative or whatever, but it's nothing like the real thing. Just go out there and get it in survival.
Yeah. I think you're totally right. That is one of the things I am looking forward to. I had an idea today with Netherite.
Okay.
So a while back, we saw a teaser pic of an update, and it showed a player wearing a diamond chest plate with an elytra attached to them. And I went, what if the Netherite chest plate gives you the ability to attach the elytra to it? I've always thought it would probably work better as an enchantment for the elytra, like you enchant it and it's like a forging one where it allows you to combine in an anvil. But what if Netherite gives you that ability?
Yeah.
That would make Netherite OP and worth the grind to me.
Absolutely. Man, that's good. I knew where you were going with it when you mentioned the elytra, but I love that idea.
I do too. Mojang, come at me. I'm your ideas guy. Give me a red dragon, give me a piece of paper, and I'll start writing down all these ideas.
Also, if you want to release on May 12th, you might have a little bit of money coming towards you. Maybe a couple
Jimbo
hundred.
slowly slips a $1 bill across the table.
Trying to get this block of diamonds. Yeah, that's all.
Now, Mojang's filled with a bunch of smart people, and I'm sure they've got way better ideas than me.
Yeah. Apparently they got like ideas way ahead in the future that they just play around with now. Like the Crying Obsidian, they've had that for years.
Yeah.
And now they're bringing it in. So probably a lot of these blocks were figured out and designed years ago. It's pretty amazing how they do it.
Yeah. My thing I'm looking forward to the most 116 is the piglin bartering. But I put a little footnote next to it that says that is subject to change, because I'm seeing a lot of people saying that the standard gold farm won't work in 116, that the zombified piglins, as they're now called, which, let's face it, just call them zombie piglins. Don't zombified piglin.
Zombie.
Nah.
We know what they are. Yeah.
Yeah. They're not staying aggro anymore as long as they used to. So I don't know if the pigmen can't stay, or zombie piglins can't stay aggro like they used to, and it kind of breaks gold farms, then the piglin bartering setup I've had in my mind since I realized piglins barter is kind of gone.
Yeah.
So,
but
yeah.
I've noticed a little bit of lore behind everything. Maybe the zombie piglins are just had a change of heart. You know, they're just not mad at you for so long anymore. Mm-hmm. Maybe the pigmen moved in and they just had a change of heart. Like, oh, our neighbors are pretty happy-go-lucky guys with this gold. Maybe we shouldn't be so mad all the time. That's my theory.
I'd believe you, except for the fact that piglins are completely scared of zombie piglins.
Yeah, and it's a video game.
It's a video game. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it for the 116 stuff. I mean, yeah, they've got great new biomes, and the nether's going to look pretty. But it's me and Jimbo. We're farm guys. We like to automate a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We're not the best at it, but we sure as heck try.
I have the most fun building farms in Minecraft. I like doing a lot of things, but farms is definitely my favorite.
Yeah. My farming district for the single-player world, it's going to be awesome. It's like this tower in a mountain design that's going to have I just can't wait to start building on that thing.
Yeah. I'd like to see that.
I think that's kind of it for the show. Do you want to read us out, Jimbo?
Sure. If you like the show, you can share it with all your friends and on social media. If you listen to Spotify, follow us. Or if you listen to Apple Podcasts, leave us a nice review. Doing any of these really helps the show reach more listeners. If you would like to get in contact with the show, send an email to podcast@rippleeffectsmp.com. Tweet us or join our Discord where you can have a chat with everyone who works on the show and fellow listeners. The links are all in the show notes.
Yeah, and this show has been brought to you by Jimbo and myself, but also our digital producer, Carl. He helps make sure the show ends up where it should be and not in Minecraft Festival in Orlando for $700. The amazing music you hear in the intro and outro is created by the one and only Decoy. Everyone's social media info can be found down in the show notes. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for getting withered with us. You should probably go drink some milk now, and I'm going to cough. Bye.
See you later.